Hello there YouTube and welcome to another video. So today's video I kind of wanted to talk about Voidbent armor, my thoughts on what Voidbent armor is doing to the game and how it's kind of ruining endgame content for me in a way, just because it's also ruining some of the economy, and maybe these things get fixed, and I just think they made the wrong decision on the way Voidbent armor is actually craftable at an automatic 600 gear score. I also don't enjoy that it's tradable. But in this video, you're just going to see me and my friends kind of just having a general discussion about Voidbent armor, its existence in the game and how it works, and why it's not healthy for the game, in my opinion, the way it currently is. Now, I'm not saying Voidbent armor isn't good armor. Don't get too emotionally attached to this conversation. Everyone's gonna have their opinion, and everyone's opinion is fine. I go in the comments, say whatever you need, say whatever you think, and definitely let me know what you guys think. But this is just kind of my stance on why Voidbent is actually not the healthiest thing for New World for endgame content, and we'll kind of dive into it. But I mean, the essential argument that I am making is it's too easy for you to hit level 60, and if you are saving your money by the time you hit level 60 from like main quests and stuff, and you're saving your gold, you'll have enough money to pretty much just go out and make a piece of Voidbent armor pretty easily. And that should not exist, because as soon as you hit level 60, you shouldn't just automatically have 600 gear score armor. It should be way harder to grind for, because everyone should. I think if you're going to automatically craft 600 gear score armor, you should be able to, you have to get your armoring up. Because right now, if you know anybody that has 200 armoring, you can give them the mats and they can make the armor for you. Makes it way less of an end game grind, and I just don't. I'm not saying the casual shouldn't have a route to get really good armor. I think that route is more of faction armor for the casual player. Because I'm not hating on the casual player. I love the casual players. But Voidbent shouldn't be the armor for the casual player, if that makes any sense. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an asshat. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think, negative or positive. I don't really care. I'm all in for a discussion, healthy conversation about endgame PvP, PvE in New World. So let me know what you guys think. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. So here's my thing too with armor, and this is what me and I'm gonna make a video about this, and I hope it actually gets views, because me and Hinksy were talking about this yesterday. Voidbent armor is making New World stupid, because you should not be able to just roll yourself 600 gear score armor that's tradable, one, and has set perks.
Why?
You can't do the same thing with weapons.
Well, you can. You just haven't. No weapon has been made. You literally.
Because you can't have that. Because you can't have that
single
perk, or you can't have that item drop, right?
Yeah, you can't make a single 600 gear score.
So assuming that it is the same for weapons, what is your point, I guess?
So because everybody in the fucking game wants Voidbent for whatever reason, for it is good PvE gear, but I mean, I would argue it's not the best PvP gear.
I got it for PvE.
And right now, nobody is out. Like, the daily mats is a joke, because nobody. It's tough to sell it because nobody fucking is rolling their own armor out here. Nobody's out here making their own armor. Everybody's just grinding for Voidbent, and Voidbent is not hard to make. Because nobody has to get to 200 armoring. All you need to do is stack up your gold, get an ingot, give it to Zandy, and he'll make it for you. So Zandy is somebody that is very well known on my server. He was first to reach 60 on my server, I believe. And he actually streams, makes some content. If you don't know who he is, check him out, twitch.tv/Zandy. But essentially, the reason I'm mentioning his name in this video is because it kind of goes all ways with anybody on your server. Like, if you know somebody that has 200 armoring on your server, you can go to them to have them make you Voidbent. And on my server, everyone knows that Zandy will make you Voidbent if you ask him. If you're in his Twitch stream a lot, he's a nice dude. He'll help you out, no problem. So if you find somebody on your server that is 200 armoring, you can just give them the materials to make you the void bent. You don't have to grind 200 armoring yourself. And that's what everyone is doing.
Well, here's the thing, because someone could also maybe, like, what daily man are you talking about that won't sell?
All of them.
Well, I mean, they do sell.
Not as much as they should be.
I'd agree with that on a few of them, but I guess what's your point? Like, what's the problem with that? What are you saying?
It's also the price on them, too. And
What's
there's
the
not all the
problem
money.
with this? I don't get it.
The problem is, nobody is out here like grinding their daily mats, and like it's making the daily mats a meme. Like Phoenix Weave and Runic Leather are a joke.
Oh yeah, that's just too easy to get.
It's way too easy to get, and it's just a joke.
Well, that's a supply versus demand thing. That's not anything to do with people crafting their own shits. In terms of those particular mats.
But I'm saying they would be way more valuable if Voidbent wasn't so easy.
Still confused.
I don't know what's confusing here.
I mean,
nobody is going for any other
the
armor besides this Voidbent crap.
For now.
well, Phoenix Weave is also used for the light armor.
For now,
Yeah,
but I
but
mean, I think
nobody's-
you're also highlighting other issues. Is like, why is the heavy armor Constitution, but the fucking light armor Strength, and some other things like that, which would also increase demand for those things, and other people switching it up a bit. But also, well, these daily mats things is like, I don't know. I think you're gonna that's part of the natural flow of the game right now. People think Voidbent's the best.
Yes,
I mean,
and
I
that's-
just disagree. That's just ignorance at the
Well,
moment.
it depends on
I
what you're
also disagree.
taking it for.
I also disagree, but at a certain point, like, at some point, literally everyone's gonna have it, and it's gonna be a joke, right?
If the legendary weapons were out, would you think the glittering ebony would
My
absolutely be in
ebony
higher demand,
would
right?
be absolutely selling.
Yeah. So I mean, that's basically one of the bigger issues right now, because I mean that's at least one of those resources you were talking about, those daily mats.
Right? But it's also just causing a lot of people to not even have to want to go out and farm for daily mats either, because they don't need to go roll their own armor at all.
Well, people like to do that though. People like to roll their own armor instead of
I'm not
Voidbent.
saying everyone 999,000%, everyone, you know what I mean? Obviously there's some people that want to, roll
So
their
you
own
think
armor,
if there
but
wasn't
I'm saying
Voidbent, let me just, like, this is kind of your hypothesis. What you're trying to say is, like, because of the Voidbent armor, if there wasn't Voidbent armor, more people would be going out and trying to roll themselves their own armor. I
No.
kind of disagree with that.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
He's trying to say. I think he's trying to say is the mats would be more valuable. That's what, at least
what
I
I'm
was-
saying is, one, make it not tradable. There should not be a 600 automatic gear score.
So okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but I
You're
think I
good.
got what you're saying. As a result of the fucking guaranteed rolls and people not having to, like, keep on re-rolling these fucking pieces of armor,
Yeah,
it took away an item sink, which has caused the fucking demand and supply in like difference. Yeah, okay. I'm following that. I follow that.
yeah, because
makes
nobody
sense.
wants. I'm like, it's a daily mat, right? You have a cooldown for 24 hours. You can only craft 10, and some of them are abysmal in regards to like the demand of it, and that is so stupid. People should want to make Phoenix Weave. People should want to make Runic Leather so they can make cool light and medium armor. But no one gives a shit because nobody has to. You literally don't have to grind for Voidbent if you don't want to. You literally just play Outpost and sell some charcoal, sell some timber for like a week. You can buy a fucking ingot basically and give it to somebody that's 600 armoring. Have it make them for you. Boom, you're done grinding. That's literally a joke. That's a joke.
I agree. Wow. Yeah. I'm in agreement. I think
But-
your argument's actually pretty sound.
Some people may not want to buy it as well because instead they're farming the gear.
Yeah, that's a small
Well,
subset,
yes,
but I think
yes,
he's talking about the
obviously.
much bigger majority, you know?
Yeah, I'm not saying that other people aren't
Like
out
your
there, just-
average player isn't going to go out and do the extra work to get that. Like
I'm not.
it's,
I'm not gonna go grind
It's the law of the
fucking-
world. It's like fucking water. If you poured water down a hill, like it's gonna take the easiest path possible. That people are the same way. If it's fucking easier to do and it comes with similar results, that's what they're gonna choose. Like, why would you work harder for something that gives you the same results? It just doesn't. There's no incentive, unless you're a weirdo that likes having like being min maxed, and that's not most people.
Right.
I like being min maxed.
I love being min-maxed.
I'm a weirdo. You know what I mean? Like,
I
that's
love
not your average dude.
yeah, dude. I had
The average person is what kind of drives the economy.
yeah. I had way more fun grinding out my shit, trying to get my mats, trying to make my armor, and then yeah, I'm not 600. I can't make my shit 600, but like, so I give it to somebody that can, but they still can't guarantee it either. You know what I mean? That was fun. That was fun fucking rolling the armor and like, oh, we got a 600. You know what I mean? That's why VOIDBENT is whack.
You want to get rid of it so it's like jewelry. Pretty much what you want to say.
I don't want to get rid of it. I'm not saying it's a bad armor. It's good armor. Like, I would love a full set of VOIDBENT armor. But I'm not gonna. It's not worth the resources or the gold or
Perhaps
the time.
a change on the VOIDBENT where you'd have to make it. You'd have
You
to
have to make it yourself.
Or a minimum gear score.
Yeah.
Like your watermark has to be a minimum level.
That
That way
way
you're
it
not a
doesn't.
fresh 500 getting 600 gear or anything like that. Like, you got to grind
Right.
for a while, do all this other shit.
You know what they also could have done
Just
is
not
use
make it tradable.
VOIDBENT. Well, I get that, but I'm like branching off. They
Yeah,
could
go
have
ahead.
also used VOIDBENT as like another ingot for like making weapons.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
is
know
that not
what?
what it is? For
No, you can't make weapons with VOIDBENT. That's what I'm
that's
saying.
straight up glittering ebony.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, not
okay.
Asmodeum.
No,
Well, they
that's
kind of did make
Asmodeum.
their.
No, like what I'm saying is it would be a higher tier of Asmodeum, so it'd do even more.
Okay, it'd be like you would be using it in other things
Yeah,
as well.
than
is what
armor.
you're saying, and that
Yeah.
would be.
It could value it a lot better.
Yeah, you're right. That would be another use for it, and it would, it wouldn't be depreciating like it has been.
But it definitely needs a lot higher gear score. Like
Yeah, they really need
thing.
to. I mean, I like that they are talking to the community and all this shit, but I just can't help but feel like these fucking companies never have somebody or just a small group of somebody that are absolute sweats, thinking about this kind of shit. I just don't understand.
Right.
well, we
Not
also gotta think about how
tradable
they
is the better
implement it.
choice.
Sometimes
I
it's hard
should
to-
be able, as a new level 60, level shit out
yeah,
my
for
armoring
certain-
and benefit by
Absolutely.
able to
Certain
make,
other
yeah.
things that they're doing, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't even know why.
Like, I don't-
It seems like you added steps.
What do
You,
I
like,
need
made this
200
more
for?
complicated than it needs.
What do I need 200 for? There's Zandy. Literally go to Zandy.
I don't know.
Or, even if Zandy wasn't on the server, go to someone that has 200. There's somebody that has 200.
Everything
Bonkers
builds off
probably has
something in
200.
code, so.
I know Alpha Bay has 200.
This is why I'm like looking forward to
Pinksy
Ashes
has 200.
quite a bit.
Why the fuck
Even though, I mean,
wouldn't
I
you just
love
go to
Blue
someone that
World,
has
I'm glad it's
200,
here.
make you the void bent, you're
Well,
good to go.
that's
You don't
really
even have to
Might never
fucking
see
grind
Ashes.
yourself.
You know
You
what I
don't
mean?
even
Kinda
have to
thing, but
grind for the
It is
mats.
what kind of
You
made
can
me
just buy
excited
them all.
for Ashes in the first place.
It'll
was
take
just
you
the
some
thought of this
time.
Dude who's a fucking
But just literally go sell timber,
nerd.
sell timber, sell
Paying-
charcoal,
paying
sell
for his
lumber,
favorite, like paying to make his
go
dream
sell
game. You know what I
iron
mean? Like
ingots,
that's
go
something I can get
sell
behind.
low tier mats until you get the money to buy
What about Lost Ark?
a void bent
I didn't really get
or
into
a void
those.
ore, which is going down in price every day.
Certain RPGs and MMOs, I just
This was
can't play 'em
20k
for too
like a
long.
week ago.
I need the competitive side of things.
9k,
It doesn't
10k.
Doesn't get there. I just feel like I'm wasting time. What am I doing?
6k,
Competition, baby.
5k,
This Ashes of
5k,
Creation though.
5k.
Everybody talks about it.
Oh, it's
4K.
I
This
heard
is a
about
joke at this point.
I had played the original beta for New World, and it was a lot different than it is now. And I didn't really fuck with it that much, and I could have been just in one of those moods where I wasn't liking things. But, anyways, I saw a video about the Ashes, and it's basically this.
I can make a void bent ingot so easy. Plus-
because he got rich
plus-
as fuck.
everybody is running
Funded this entire
these
project with his own money.
chess runs,
and
right?
made his
The
own
Zandy chess
studio
runs,
and
which
is
I'm not
creating-
knocking. I'm all in for the chess runs. I think it's great.
Much like this
Easy
game,
peasy.
actually, where it's not just.
But because
tap
everybody's
target,
doing
but
that,
also the, I forgot what the other
everybody
one's called.
has fucking void essence. Everyone.
And then also it's like
Nobody
a
has to
fucking
grind for that.
a heavily PvP based. Like out in the world, everybody's flagged pretty much.
To
There
make
are
a void bent
downsides
ingot.
to killing people. You know, there's like a rule system involved.
$39
but
to make
it's
an
heavily based on
So
like
$4,000 you can make an ingot.
I could just
pretty
die
much
out
because
there
all the
even
other
if
mats are pretty cheap.
right,
And there you
exactly.
go.
So like,
You have a piece of.
did you ever play RuneScape back
It's just
in the day?
it's just a joke. Maybe you can make some good armor. Like that's what I did. And I thought it was way more fun that way. Cause I got my buddy to roll me. I'm not 200 armoring, which I am gonna do at some point. But like I got him to roll me this, and it's fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like the perks aren't the best, but that's the point. Now I have to go grind more daily mats, try and roll it again. You know what I mean? To get better perks. Hopefully it rolls 600. Everybody in this game now just easily has 600 fucking armor. It's like, oh, okay, what a grind. Like it's really not, like it is a little bit of a grind, but it's really not that hard. In terms of the difference in the difficulty of getting void bent compared to like the route I choose to take, which is like rolling my armor to try and get the best armor I can. The difference in difficulty and like time and grind is significant. And void bent isn't bad. Like I'm not saying don't waste your time getting void bent. Like if you want to get void bent and you mainly do PvE, then that's literally like I would love to get some void bent. I just don't want to spend the resources for it. But void bent is pretty god tier because it rolls with resilient, which is good. It rolls with luck, which is good. You can put gems in it. It's got really high tier constitution if you go full heavy. I mean, it is fucking good armor. It's got a lot of elemental. It's got the disease, the exhaust, perks, all that stuff. Like void bent armor is good armor. I just don't think, I don't think it's the best armor in the game. But I just also don't think it's like, I just don't think it should be tradable. I think the fact that the way void bent exists now is ruining some of the economy in the game, and it's ruining the fact that people are going to be like, okay, now what do I do? Like, I have the armor I want, but like now I don't have anything else to grind for because dungeons are impossible to get into. And I'm kind of nitpicking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm addicted to this game and I'm just kind of bitching to bitch, backseat developing. Like, I'm going to play the shit out of this game no matter what. But there's a problem with void bent being tradable and the fact that it's not that hard to get.